Okay, so we're going to talk about the kidneys. So here you can see this is the outer renal capsule. This is our ureter. Here's our renal pelvis. And then you can see these are major calyces, which divide into minor calyces. Then you have this region outside of these renal pyramids that are called renal cortex. So this is a region. Everything deep would be the renal medulla. When we talk about the spaces in between the pyramids, those are renal columns. And then let's go over the arteries here. So you have the renal artery, which divides into the segmental artery. And then once you're in between those two lobes, you're now into the interlobar artery. Then you can see here it's starting to kind of arch over each of those pyramids. As it arches, it becomes the arcuate artery, which gives off these other branches, which are interlobular or cortical radiate arteries. If we take a look at this over here, it's the same thing. So here's our interlobar artery. Here's our arcuate artery. And then here is our interlobular artery. Did I say that incorrectly? Interlobar, arcuate, interlobular artery or cortical radiate. These are Bowman's capsules. And then here you have the peritubular capillaries. The second set would be vasa recta down here. And we can see Bowman's capsule. Before, or in the inside of Bowman's capsule, this is the glomerulus. Here's our afferent arteriole. Here's the proximal convoluted tubule, which descends in nephron loop into the descending limb. It then becomes the ascending limb, which will then become over here, distal convoluted tubule, and then that drains into the collecting duct. So again, here are these little branches are afferent arterioles. And then if we look over here, you can see this entire thing is the glomerulus. These individual cells are podocytes. And then together, each of those podocytes will create the visceral layer of Bowman's capsule. This is the parietal layer, which is made up of those simple squamous cells. And then you have afferent arteriole, much thicker than the efferent arteriole. And then here's our proximal convoluted tubule. These openings at the ends of the pyramids are our renal papilla.